Okay, here it is a Monday morning. Here looking at this old faucet here on my house, and it has a leak, and it drips. I guess it probably drips about a bucket every 3 days. That's what it's leaking out of that faucet. But the problem is, I can't get it off. And as you can see, somebody, there was another guy that was out here doing some work on the house, and he tried to turn this on. He said he had a hard time getting it up, get the thing to turn on. But when I can look, the guy put so much pressure on it, he bent the pipe too. You can see the pipe's not straight. It goes toward this way. So it's not even straight. It's already been bent. I tell you, see, this is the deal when stupid mosquitoes, I swear it's October and you still got mosquitoes out here. This is the deal when you're a homeowner. Problem like this comes up and you think, well, this is a simple problem, right? The faucet, go down there, take this off, go down and buy a new faucet, $8, put the new one on, problem solved, right? The problem is, this thing's been on here probably for about 20 years. I can't even turn it. I put a pipe wrench on it. I can't even turn this. And what I'm afraid of, see, this is copper pipe right here. What I'm afraid of, I'm going to put so much pressure on it, it's just going to twist this pipe, and then you're going to have a bigger problem. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. And see, there's hardly no room here neither. And goes into the wall. So if you twisted this whole thing twisted, and you broke this off right here, you'd have an open water line. And probably the only way you could fix it would go from the inside. And probably you'd have to cut this off from the inside, shove it through, put a new piece of pipe back on, probably. Well, that's copper, man, so you probably would have to, well, you'd have to figure out something, but, man, I don't know if I'd want to go through that or not. But a plumber, call a plumber out here, probably looking at, them idiots, man, you're probably looking at $200, man. You know, call a plumber out here to fix this, probably $200, especially Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter is ridiculous, man. I mean, one time I had my sewer line clogged up, okay? Right over here is the sewer line outlet. When your sewer line clogs up, you stick a snake down there, right? And more likely you got tree roots or something down there. And that's what happened last year. It had some tree roots down there and it clogged it up. So Roto-Rooter came out, $250, man, for him to come out, run a snake down there, clear out the line, $250 to do that, man. And this here probably be the same blooming thing. Probably charge you $200. Get that off, especially if they had to saw the pipe off, put a new piece of pipe on, new hydrant, new faucet on. But yeah, something has to be done about it. Christmas is coming up and all that. Got this deal here now. I don't know if I'm going to try to mess with it or not. I tried to mess with it one time, and man, I was afraid I was going to twist that pipe off. I mean, I could get that off, because I could get a pipe wrench, put a cheater bar on it. I could put so much power on that, something's going to give, but my guess, it would be that copper pipe right there, what's going to give. It's just going to twist it right off. And the deal is, I got a front one out front. I got two faucets to this house, one in the back, one out there front. The one on the front has the same problem, man. Then I have a toilet that's in the main bedroom. It's leaking at the bottom, so it needs a new gasket on the bottom of it, which that's really not a big deal. I mean, you go down there and you buy that gasket, right? You have to take the toilet off, put a new gasket back on, but man, working with them toilets, very, very difficult, man. And once again, I don't even know, man, if I want to. I mean, I did it years ago. Years ago, I put in a. This is years ago, okay? I was a lot younger and stuff. I put in a toilet and a new gasket and all that. Man, I had a hard time doing it because you have a hard time seeing the screws. You know, I got two screws that go on the base of the toilet that holds the toilet down to the gasket. You have a hard time seeing them screws when you're trying to get the toilet back over them. Okay, so you're holding that bulky toilet. You're trying to line up the screws, right? And it's difficult, man. So for me to do this, the one out in front in the toilet, if I called out a plumber, my guess probably about $300, man. Who knows? Maybe a little bit more, but probably at least a good $300. I might be able to find a local plumber. I'm not talking about Roto-Rooter, but a local plumber here in town. Yeah, he might do it for $250 or something, or I don't know if you'd do it for all three jobs. I don't know, man. Probably not. I mean, really, it's not that much to it. You know, if you had a little knowledge with plumbing, probably what I would do is just, I'd probably try to get it off, and if it wouldn't come off, I probably would cut the pipe inside the house, just shove this old pipe out, then take some new pipe, put it back in, okay, rather if you solder it back or if you just work it out with pipe fittings to put a new piece of pipe back. That's probably what has to be done. But the problem is I've never done that. And I don't like messing with plumbing stuff. I'm no plumber and I don't like messing with it at all. But I don't have a lot of money neither. So it's kind of a difficult deal. You know, Christmas is coming up and all that. Here you're faced with a $200 to $300 deal. It's no fun, man. But see, that's the deal with home ownership. See, if I was renting this house, if it was a rental, yeah, you just call the guy out that owns the house and you tell him you deal with it, man. You know, it's your house, but I can't do it. It's my house, so you have to do something with it, man. It's no fun, especially when you're poor. You don't have a lot of money, and you try to balance things out. But then the next month it'd be something else too. It'd be a car deal or something on the car needs work done on it or something. Every month it's something new. I don't care, man. It's whether you got something with the house, something with transportation. It just goes back and forth, man. And you never can get ahead. It's just a constant battle, man.